modern day masculine man, take one.
Ooh, what makes a modern day masculine man? When you drink your liquor straight, a modern day masculine man. I pay all the bills, and I tells my woman the truth. Got my shit together, do what I wanna do, say what I wanna say. I won't bend, I won't break, you are not me, and I am not you. I kept it real, so now I can do what I wanna do. Modern masculine man. Welcome to Man School.
Welcome to the Modern Masculine Man Podcast, Mitch. Woo!
Yes, sirree, Bob. Yes, sirree, Bob. How y'all doing, family? Y'all already know what time it is. It's another Tuesday night, and you have been tuned in, tapped in, and turned on to Tough Talk Tuesdays with me and my guy, Trab P. Trab, what you got for him tonight? How you feel, man?
Man, I feel good. You know what I mean, man? Ready to have a good conversation, man. Ready to get to it.
I know that's right. I know that's right, man. It's been a beautiful week so far, just living life. I like your lime green, man. You showing out with your laid back editions, man. The Hood Soul line. I'm about to have to put my name brand out there now. I said my guy, he be jamming and rocking the Hood Soul every week. I said I gotta start shining my little situation up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You know, hey, man, you got to represent, man. Hey, you got to practice what you preach and be what you teach. That's the hero in all levels, man.
I know that's right. I know that's right, man. I'm feeling myself, man. You know, sometimes we act like we can't express when we feeling ourselves or we feeling good. Let me take a sip of this water.
Come on with it.
Man, I'm feeling myself, man. My wife put that Floyd Patterson on me. I went back to the stash and, man, I'm feeling myself. Lady told me at work, she said, what are you doing here? Where do you work? I said, Miss Lady. She said, oh my God. She said, oh my God. She was like, that's what you look like under that beard. I said, yeah, it's older lady. She was like, you look like somebody from the 60s. I said, that's exactly what I was going for, man. I wanted a Medgar Evers mustache, man. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling myself, man. Before we get started, go ahead and tell me something. Why you feeling good and why you feeling yourself? What's something you're feeling yourself? Goddamn, toot your own horn tonight, brother.
Man. Boy, it felt good to hear you unapologetically say you feeling yourself.
Well, there we go.
Man, you know, it's about the Bruce Leroy glow. You know, I'm talking about that's a real thing. It's something that comes from the inside. When you feel, man, and you know that there's nothing external that can change what you see and feel in your mind, that glow get real. And we all have had moments where that one night that you can remember when you went to the club or you went to a party and it was just like everything was on time. Everybody was looking at you. I mean, we all got them experiences, but like you say, man, that's a real thing. And you can have that every day you wake up.
You know, it's a beautiful thing, man, because you said something, you used to cut hair. And as a young man, just seeing you put an older cat in his swagger or bring a motherfucker back to life when they get that fresh cut. So you know how that feels. So that's why I could say that to you, man. But, you know, it's funny, man, like looking at us and looking at black man and living this life. Like the other day when I said, when the brother told me he was proud of me, like it made me damn bust out crying, man. And we have to be more aware and more awake about how that helps us out as brothers, just complimenting brothers. You know what I'm saying? My granddaddy used to call it passing the buck. Like we say something, say, hey man, I like that Hood Soul setup. You got them. No, bro. That hot damn or bad. That's your shit. That shit hot. It's like if a nigga tell you he like your shit, no, you the one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I said, hey man, you keep a sweet ride, don't you? No, I ain't doing nothing. You the one. You know what I'm saying? And just like my granddad used to say, he called it passing the buck. And he said, now the goddamn buck stops here. That's an old saying too. So my granddaddy said, once you lay that compliment on him, he gonna goddamn shine in it. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I noticed that we do. You know, if a brother looking good or got on his best outfit, we'll say, oh, bro, you think you giving it to him tonight, ain't you? Instead of just saying, hey, bro, you look good, man. I like that. Where you get that from?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's something that made me feel good when you said that you felt good to hear me goddamn represent my own motherfucking self.
You
But
know, man, I was saying, like, just think of a starting 5 or a starting 11 in sports. You know, when you start, you start with other people that is the one for that position. I mean, the one for that position.
mm-hmm.
So we all the ones. And when you real confident, when I say real confident, I ain't mean more than others. I mean, we always hear things like, man, it's on the inside, not the outside. But when you really can close your eyes, see yourself in a light, I'm telling y'all, this some real life shit. So you ain't never got to be insecure around other ones. Because you realize we all we got, we all we need. And I come with something particular that what makes me me. That's why, man, I feel good when I see my brother glow on tonight. Hey, look, you know, like in sports, when the superstar get on and he feeling it, the whole team become illuminated. The guy who never hits a shot gets the greatest assist of his life and hits the shot because the superstar has activated. You see how this work, man? So,
that's how it be. Motherfucker ain't never hit a shot in his life. They hit 3-3-pointers out there, bitch. Actually, like no, swish. Oh shit.
Yeah, man. So it's like the momentum and the adrenaline. So I need this tonight. I wore green for a reason because we in a season where the green dying off. So I need to feel alive. And my brother feeling himself with a glow. Let's go.
Yeah, man. I liken that to my senior year. We had this guy named Freddie G he was like a manager on our basketball team, but he was slow. You know what I'm saying? He might have had Down syndrome. Now that I think back, you know, as a kid, we just used to say slow. Some people say retarded, but you know, they would fuss at you for saying that. But Freddie G used to go everywhere with us, the football team, the basketball team, baseball team, and he used to tote the water, tote the uniforms. And senior night, coach let him wear a uniform, you know what I'm saying? And he got to get his name called Freddie G. And Freddie G came out there, warm up in the layup lines and shit. And everybody was just so happy. And probably about 5 minutes left, you know what I'm saying? We was losing. It was last game of the season. And everybody just somehow started saying, Freddie G, like put Freddie G in, you know what I'm saying? And we was just all laughing on the bench and we yelling and saying that shit too. And we like, Coach ain't gonna put Freddie G in. All of a sudden, Coach hit the Wilson, Freddie, get on out there. Boy, the whole fucking gym bust open. Wow, man. First thing, Freddie G run out there. They throw the ball, give him a pass, hit him in the chest, roll out of bounds about 3 times straight. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, it's like the other team was like, they didn't kind of like, shit, we want to see what Freddie gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So finally, they got the Freddie the ball, and one of the guys on our team and turned Freddie toward the goal, you know what I'm saying, to shoot. Man, he threw that bitch some way, crazy way. Swish, that bitch hit all net, man. Everybody in the gym went fucking crazy like we had won the game. Next trip down, they threw that bitch to Freddie. Freddie hit 3-pointers straight, man. We ain't never seen that motherfucker shoot a basketball ever at practice. He hit them 3 threes, man. And I guess that's like that moment, man. Like what made Coach let him wear a uniform? Then the crowd like put Freddie in, goddamn. And Freddie turning the ball over, you can clearly tell he don't know what the fuck he doing. And the other team then stopped playing defense and then turned him toward our basket. That motherfucker hit 3 threes, man. So like I know what momentum is, and momentum is a beautiful thing, man. And we gotta you know, ride each other's momentum. Like the young kids be like, don't ride my wave. No, we got to ride each other's wave.
Yeah.
But man, I want to talk about something when we get started, man. I was talking to one of my homeboys and we was talking about time today. And I would say time is the only currency that you don't know how much you got left. Like time is, you don't know how much time you can pay a motherfucker. Like we sitting there and we talking. I said, man, you know what? We ain't seen each other in a couple of years, man. We got to link up more because we don't know when we're going to leave this world. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying, yeah, man, I'm busy working and doing this and doing this and doing that. And I was like, yeah, big things, big things. But then I could tell a difference in working, trying to make it and save and this. And then I can tell when arrogance and, you know, a new mode kicked in. Like, yeah, man, I'm getting my money right to where I'm trying to get free out here. I'm going to be free, 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 free. And he kept saying that. And I said, man, you think money is freedom?
Come on.
I said, money ain't freedom. Money is slavery. I said, think about this, man. I said, since they so-called said we came over here, right?
Yeah.
The only thing that we ever been worth was our bodies. Whether it was breeding us, whether it was fighting us, whether us playing sports, you know what I'm saying, working in the field. I was like, so that right there was slavery. I said, now we live in a world where you take somebody like LeBron James. I said, LeBron James can't go where he want to go when he want to go. I said, these men just making these millions of dollars that we want to be like are tied to contracts and situations where if they make one wrong decision, they whole shit is over. These men are tied to situations where they can't up and do what we can do as a natural man. They can't just switch jobs. They can't decide I'm going to move my family here. Well, I want to say this. I was saying, so I know it looked like what I'm saying is some hater shit. I said, but man, you know, the more money you trying to acquire, the more time you giving up. I'm like, that's how you make yourself a slave. You know what I'm saying? So it just all depends on what type of slave you want to be to yourself, to them, and what level of slavery. But I was just like, and so some of my boys was hitting me up like, Clark, you getting fake deep again, because they thought I was just saying some shit. They didn't know that came from a real conversation. I ain't make that up. I was just saying, man, goddamn, money ain't freedom.
Come on, man.
People think money means freedom. What you think about that, man?
Man, I told you just a couple of years ago, the world got put on reset. I mean, after the quarantine, I'm telling y'all, we're in a whole new world. And some people ain't understood it. The world shut down, the whole world. And it showed people what really mattered and who mattered. And the difference that came out of that was who could deal with what's real and who can't. Because when the world opened back up, people went to go dealing or not dealing. And when you can't deal, you deal with a whole lot of shit that don't matter. Mm-hmm. And you avoid who really matters, right? So I'm saying this to say when it comes to money, man, it's real out here. We all listening to the media. We all pouring our empathy in our mind into food stamps, people not being able to eat. I mean, our whole imagination is going to the worst of those who waiting on Uncle Sam like we gonna starve. God damned us all if Uncle Sam don't feed us. I mean, our mind go to that. But in real life, I'm talking about a husband with 2 children, 2 teenager children. This ain't no bullshit. It's costing about $500 a week to feed a family. Now, hey, I ain't saying I make the most. I ain't saying I make the less. But when the smoke settle and the dust clear about what really matters, food, shelter, transportation, security, and all the things that matter. When the smoke settle and the dust clear, ain't nobody got 2 times more than it costs than it take to live in this here time unless you making, you know, you ain't regular, you ain't average, and ain't nothing about you Can't nobody relate to you.
Yeah,
So this
yeah.
shit real, man. And it comes right now, man. If you real in this, like you say, it's about time. Man, I've been working all my life.
Mm-hmm.
For 11 years, I worked 7 days a week. After that, I worked every other week. Plus that, man, I ran a business called the Son of a Junk Man. I hauled junk every day. Man, when COVID hit and I sat down, boy, I'm struggling, but I'm tired. I know to go. I got to be away from home. I got to be out there in that world. Man, hey, look, man, I done got old. I done got older. So time is money. They say, daddy always gone. Every time they call your house, your baby answer the phone and say, my daddy ain't home. Where your daddy at? What matters and who matters? And if you really cut down the fact to what's real, food, shelter, and if you really got responsibilities, see, it's two things that separate people in this world: security and insecure. A woman needs security in her mind, in her soul, in her spirit. When she don't have that, she's insecure. A man that don't have nobody depending on him, don't have an ego. An ego is where a man, security comes knowing that he need it. When a man ain't got that, man, money becomes an illusion. Just some shit to maintain the confusion. I had to let all that go.
Yeah, man, you know, I just look at it when I say it's like we can have money, we can make money and be scared to spend it, worried about what's gonna happen, because we understand that what's going on in this world. You know what I'm saying? As far as how we look at money and saving money, going to work every day, decide not to do this, decide not to do that, or deciding to do this or do that based on our mind of thinking we can look down the corridor of time and see how much money we got kind of to do this, do that, do that, do that. And at any given time, anything can happen and you can use all that money or have no money. So it's a situation where I'm looking at it where I was like really, really thinking about it. And I was saying, what do LeBron James or Jay-Z have that I don't have? It's all about what that you decide that you want. You know, I was thinking about, like you saying, food stamps and the I was seeing stuff online where the Asians were like, bring food stamps back, our business go down. Like Asians were upset, like the trickle down effects of economy. Like so many people sell their food stamps to get their nails and feet done, that without 1 month of food stamps, Asians looking up like, what the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? It's like we sell a certain amount of food stamps. But what I was saying was, talking to my wife, I said, what's going to happen is people just going to have to stop selling food stamps. Something like nails and hair getting done and being pretty, it's going to turn into, hey, we looking like regular folks. We not going to starve. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. People not going to starve. People are going to figure out how to eat and maintain life. It's just going to change. It's like you said, old folks call it trimming the fat, adding a little bit more water to the soup. It used to be a stew. Now that bitch got a lot of water. Now we eating soup, but everybody's still eating. I don't think that if the government totally shut down food stamps and stuff, that black people would just die off. I just think somehow we would rely on our neighbors and da 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 da. Because the way you said that, me and my wife, I was telling her about being blessed today. For some reason, I started ordering all my just grocery off Amazon Prime, not Prime, Amazon Fresh. And the funny thing is, I said, damn, I done ordered groceries off Amazon Fresh 3 weeks in a row. And I'm so OCD, and my wife's so OCD. And then my daughter she's such a picky eater. I didn't order the exact same fucking thing, just hit the same cart 3 weeks straight in a row. And that shit might have been like $180. I said, damn, baby, it's costing $180 for us to eat a week. And we such simple eaters, like literally like simple eaters eating the same shit. So I can imagine how much it costs for a family of 5 people, man,
Come
4
on,
people,
man.
and teenagers eating.
Come on.
And I'm ordering salads off Amazon Fresh because I'm like, yo, this neat, man. These little salads, man. I've been working out, and these little salads cost $3, and I like them. I'm ordering like 20 salads. We eat splitting 10 salads, and that shit costs 180. We ain't even been eating no meat like that. You see what I'm saying? So to sit around and think that having a shirt with a name brand on it is worth just as much as knowing that your family can eat. It's like we need something to happen to man, I just can't imagine just paying and man.
Hey, look, man. Going back to I'm gonna take it back to we all we got, we all we need. And you brought up me being a barber. Man, like I say, we were at one time the currency, the people.
Mm-hmm.
Money is the end of a process. What can you do? That's where the value come in. That's where the value. In this here system, money is the white man. One time you said years ago, you told a black man that if you have too much hate in your heart for the white man, you'll keep money away from you because money represents the white man. And I'm not even going to say power. I'm talking about his infrastructure. We can say, forget money. Just give me what I need and what's necessary. You got to pay water. You got to pay light. You got to pay gas. You got to go to him stove. You got to do all the things necessity. So when it comes to what money for, it's really the white man currency that you got to give him in his world.
Trading, like old folks used to say, you going downtown to go trading? That's exactly what the hell we're doing.
This ain't good or bad or right or wrong. I'm just talking to black people, I assume paying me some attention. But white people got to do the same thing in the system. So don't make this about a black or white thing. This is a universal thing about how it works in governing a society. We all are slave to it. But see, the power comes in we. If we know what's necessary for money, then really all we need is enough. See, the value comes when you can't, they say, boy, when I get real and my love is more powerful than the price of money. You can't put a price on it. See, that's when we become wealthy amongst each other. See, I was a child barber. You know how many kids walking around right now? Let me ask you a question before I get on my story. When you was a teacher, how did the ability or accessible of a child grooming themselves affect their confidence in a classroom amongst their peers?
Shit, majorly. Like if you ain't got no haircut, your ass gonna get scolded on. Just bottom line. The kids look at you and tell, motherfucker, you ain't getting your haircut. Yet not even that fuck money. You ain't got an uncle that can cut your hair, a cousin that can cut your hair. You must really be in the damn as the trenches, as the kids.
You see what I'm saying? So listen at that truth. And I'm saying this to say, if those type of things that we need from each other determines value. I was a child cutting people's head that went to school. When I hand people that mirror, this is why I talk about mirror work now. I don't just talk about standing in the mirror like a damn fool. I'm talking about, man, I've had the privilege and honor to be in position to give a man a mirror and watch the magic happen closely. So I know it's a power when he see or she see herself in that light. So I'm saying this to say, if just having us, and it ain't about money, sometimes it's worth a conversation. Man, if I really been wanting to understand or know what my brother going through, because I've been paying attention, because I care, I know when he come get his haircut, he finna open up and let me in the world so much that I can empathize and learn from something. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So having the ability to do hair, having the ability to just do all the things that sometimes ain't got nothing to do with necessities. It's cause you fortunate enough to be in a relationship with me. You got me. What's a hell of a thing to be mine? Who is that? That's my friend. That's mine. That's my brother. It's a hell of a thing to be mine. That's when people who don't understand how it works, see, they be on the outside of the glow of a whole people who got confidence and love for one another. We can call it the spirit of Christ. I'm talking about just being genuine. See, they be on the outside trying to add it up with a calculator. Man, they got money. They got money. Every time I see his son got a fresh shape up. I can't even afford to take my son to the barbershop. See, they start calculating everything with money. They like stripper hoes who ain't understand the game in Players Club. Make the money, don't let the money make you. We got a whole lot of people with whole minds. Letting money make them.
You know, man, it's funny because back in the day before money existed and when we was trading, people would trade their vegetables. People would trade. Some people could hunt. You might have one joker that could fish real good, and he go down to the damn lake and come back. You know, I've traveled and been to different countries, man, and I would just literally see me and get up and go out, and I'm looking at out my hotel window because I always like to sit up top, and I see cats come out the water with a string of fish. And by the time I go downstairs, they literally at the market selling these fish they just caught out the water. I've seen kids come up with a bag of fucking avocado on their shoulder and sell them to the restaurant that I'm eating at. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen how this economy, like you said, we all we got, we all we need, worked. And I want to know, the question is how we get back there. But I want to form a vision for you before you ask this question. I can remember my uncles when I was growing up. I thought they was bums, like they ain't got no job. They ain't got no job. But I grew up on a farm, so everything we needed was right there. So it was a situation where they never had money, but they had enough money to get their drink on, they licking, they beer. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember everything we needed was right there. And there was a time where people didn't think about how much they had saved. My granddaddy used to call insurance in case shit. Right now, we got this whole thing going on about insurance. There was a time where people lived, and if you got sick, your neighbor helped out. Or if you got sick, you was just sick. It wasn't a situation where you looking around, well, I got insurance just in case, and we beefing and the government shutting down, and we arguing over something that says, this is in case some shit. We ain't sure now. This just, you got to have this $300 a month in case. And we've lived hundreds of thousands of years before somebody came up with some pay a premium just in case you get sick and need to go to a doctor. You see what I'm saying? So it's like a fear that we're living in just in case some shit. I want to ask you, is it possible, or are long gone are the days where you think that can happen because of the system we're in? Or do you think we just have to go back to where it's like government ain't giving us shit for us to say we all we got, we all we need, like the power of us? How do we get back there? Is that possible to do that in today's system?
No, I don't think it's impossible, but I think we never left. There's different levels to life. Those levels are always gonna be. Sometimes we change in levels, like as a husband and a father, who's vibrant, who's working, who got dreams. It takes a certain level of mentality, discipline. Discipline leads to powerful things. Like you say, man, you could tell you live around them white folk. Well, I don't see it like that, but Hey, look, I work hard, man, and it got to show in more ways than one for the security of my family. I want to put my family in the most safest position I can put them in. If that look like a certain thing, then that's what come with this mentality, right?
Yeah.
But there's still down the street and around the corner. There's still people on another level. And not to say that that level is a material level, it could just be what matters. That don't matter to them. The car, the safety, that might not matter. So it might look different, but they may be solid on their level of understanding. So I think it's still the same. We just got to examine our position and know when we ain't in a position we was. I have grown to a better me. I'm better than who I used to be. I used to be down there. You understand what I'm saying, man? No
Yeah.
different than somebody saying, I used to catch the bus. So I try to empathize with those in the cold weather standing at the bus stop. But I worked hard and got me some security about getting myself back and forth to work. So now I drive, and it comes with a lot of responsibility. But man, I don't never want to go back to a bus stop.
What level of responsibility do we have for each other? I believe that at some point there was a level of responsibility that we had for each other that we had because we saw responsibility in others. Meaning this, when they say it takes a village, and when we lived that whole we all we got, we all we need mentality, we didn't go out and make pointless babies out of lust. And like I believe now we at a point where it's like if we said we all we got, we all we need, we're starting to see socialism, essentially communism. A lot of these people want to bring communism. Like in New York, this guy say he won't rise to be free, grocery stores to be free, this, that, and the other. So essentially we're coming to a point where we want to say, let's let the people that work hard and have and make the income help the people that don't. What level of responsibility? Because I know I don't mind sharing with somebody that I think trying. I don't mind sharing with somebody that I think what am I saying? I don't mind sharing with somebody that I think ain't out here fucking up. Like I've always seen myself to step up for a stranger or seeing a woman in distress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if she out here looking, talking, and acting a certain way, and I look up and I see a certain type of woman making some shit happen, I'm less likely to intervene.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is when we all were working hard and struggling and everybody trying to do right, I think it's easier to want to share than to say, hey, look, what are you bringing to the table, sister? You don't have this. You don't have this. What are you bringing to the table, brother? What do you contribute? It's a difference to share and then say, let's give these motherfuckers that ain't gonna never try. You see what I'm saying? And that's what a communist socialist system is about. You know what I'm saying? Say, for example, in China, different places that's communist, everybody go to work every day and everybody get the same benefits. You know what I'm saying? Like free healthcare, this, food, you get a card for this, blah, 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 blah. But it's not like motherfuckers middle class, first class, low class. When do you decide, hey, I can't help you. You don't want to be helped, or you ain't trying. There's a section of our race that's not trying. Do you agree with that?
Nah, I can't. Well, yeah, I get the context. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I agree with that in that context. But I also think that that group of people don't know they ain't trying in a sense. I think they are right. You know what I mean? I think that's an illusion that it's like this. We look at they're not trying as a struggle, but the struggle is in the middle. They're getting everything free. They don't have to try. You looking, and I'm talking about us. We looking down in their sense. They not trying, because if they was trying, they wouldn't be dependent on that. But they securing that.
So let me ask you this. That's my question. So for like an example right now, they're securing that. They've been securing that. Now, when the government, if the say food stamps, all that shit about to come back, but if it was gone, say 2 months, 3 months, what's our responsibility to help out in that situation?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you feel like it's your responsibility to say, well, you gonna have food drives, or you gonna go donate here? Like, how do you feel like you should have to? Because you just said it's costing you $500 a week to eat.
Let's look at it like this right here, and this is in We All We Need. I'm talking real life shit. I had a friend, almost like an uncle. He dead and gone, named Mechanic Mike. I'm gonna tell a real life story to answer the question. Mechanic Mike stayed beside my grandmama. He was the neighborhood crackhead mechanic. I mean, he walked around just like a crackhead, and everybody looked for Mechanic Mike to fix their car. And Mechanic Mike would fix people's car, and they would know he was a crackhead, and they would be like, Mechanic Mike, I ain't getting you but goddamn $10. And Mechanic Mike would be like, but I need 60. And they would disrespect him because he was a crackhead. He was the lowest of the lowest. He was lower than somebody on food stamp. He was the neighborhood crackhead, right? But when I was 16, I got a 69 Nova. And I used to just talk to Mechanic Mike while he was out there fixing cars beside my grandma's house. And I really thought this man was smart as hell. And my mind just was like, Mechanic Mike, what happened to you? How you get like this? So I just had a real moment ever since I was a child to just know Mechanic Mike was really somebody. And I just know that something had to happen for this smart man to be in the condition he in. Just had empathy as a child. So when I got a 69 Nova, he felt the empathy. He felt the respect. I treated him and talked to him like somebody. He rebuilt my whole car while I was working at McDonald's. I'm talking about every part. He teaching me. To this day, man, I'm a mechanic because of Mechanic Mike. He teaching me. Oh, he was like, just give me $15. Everybody, look, the dope boys can't rebuild the Chevy like me. Everybody trying to put pictures on it, prices on it. Man, Mike looked forward to me all the way till I was a grown man. But here go what I'm saying. I watched Mike damn near live like a dog, and he taught me something. I say, Mike, man, you don't never fear. He said, hey, one thing I know about life, Trab, every day I wake up, somebody need me. Everybody got a car. Ain't nobody above the bullshit. Everybody that got a car ain't changing the oil, ain't maintenance in the car, ain't got the discipline to take care of a car like a car supposed to. And when you ain't got the discipline, most likely you ain't in the situation or circumstance. So you got to go look for the neighborhood crackhead. How much you charge to change my brakes? So he knows somebody gonna need him. And so my point is, no matter what level I got on, man, Mike meant something to me. Even if I had to take my new car to the dealership, I went and let Mike, just to have a conversation, put me in the ballpark to make me secure enough that I can't go up there and them white folk gonna tell me any goddamn thing. You see what I'm saying, man? Yeah. So it's like, it ain't about a food drive. It ain't about none of this superficial shit. Because when you really look at a food drive and all of that, the homelessness, that ain't about food and poor people. That's something mental. That's clinically goddamn problems out there. So when we talking about the practical people, who you know on food stamps? And that's for anybody listening. Who do you know on food stamps? Tell them you're frying fish and come over there and eat. Simple as that. Who you know off in the ghetto? What child you know suffering because their mama or daddy don't understand no real shit? Pick them up when you go do some real shit and expose a child to something new. To let them know there's more outside the box.
Hey, Trav. I'm sitting here laughing in my head because that's such a good story. That story hit good, and you got such a good point. But I'm laughing. I said, Trav hit me with a high story because I said, you just proved my point. Goddamn, Mechanic Mike had something to offer. He knew, you know what I'm saying? Like we was talking about, you said earlier, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? Like your time, like he had his skill of mechanics always, whether they fucking him over or not, he gonna get up and he know because he wants some crack. Somebody gonna ask him to do some work. So Mechanic Mike is somebody just standing on his own. Now he might get fucked over, but he adds something to the table. I'm talking about, like, say for example, what is our responsibility? Like Money Mike, I'm calling him Money Mike. Mechanic Mike is actually offering a service, a back and forth. So he's actually a pillar. He's a pillar of the community. He keep the poor folks' cars going and good. I'm talking about our responsibility to the person that doesn't have anything to offer, that we know we're not gonna get nothing back from.
Man, let me. Well, I don't know how to answer that, man. I'm gonna say this right here.
Hey, man, I love that story, man. But I swear to God, I get it.
I get you. But I'm saying this even on Mechanic Mike. Mechanic Mike wasn't poor or fucked up. That's what I'm trying to say. I got up. I had some neighbors that I got up and went to work every day, and I watched them sit in the yard every day and drank beer and smoke weed and never had to go anywhere. And they couldn't feed themselves. Most of them didn't have nowhere to go. But I promise you, nobody in that yard was fucked up. I was the slave. I was fucked up. Having to get up when I was tired, when I ain't want to go, and still not having enough. They looking at me like, all right, now, Trab, boy, I see you going to goddamn work. I'm like,
I know, exactly. Like we said earlier, the money is the slave. They living free, but at some point, if them folks got down and needed, there's no way I'm the type of, I know myself, now me. Now, I help people that I think can't help themselves, or there's no way, like you said, I can look at these people sitting in the yard next to me every day, smoking, drinking. All right, Trav, you going to work? Goddamn, da, 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 da. And then all of a sudden, one week, they water off or they electricity off, and here they come with a drop cord, want the goddamn plug into my house. I'm gonna have to tell them motherfucker, hell no.
Yeah, well, let me even put it in this way. Your conversation is really about children. Like I say, the adults.
Yeah.
They ain't man, they look, man, I promise you ain't nobody messed up. It's the children that's messed up, if anything, because they vulnerable to somebody understanding or not understanding. A fool that don't want to work, don't work because he don't want to work. If ain't nothing wrong with him, psychologically, then the first nature is self-preservation and survival. So when I watch a man who ain't got that nature, man, he all right. You'll be wrong trying to figure out why he don't care about what you care about. You understand? Yeah. And I'm learning this, but I had to learn that from Mechanic Mike. This is a rich man. I'm talking about rich. And he looked at me in the fight, trying to do right. And he cheered me on. Keep going, Trab. I believe in you, Trab. Hey, man, you're a good man, Trab. Keep fighting and fight, man. Raise those kids. Love that woman. But at the same time, when he opened up his shirt and showed me all his wounds that got him goddamn destroyed, see, I realized, man, you can't, this thing called heroism and righteousness and realness, and out here living this life trying to be the best you can be and give something. Man, you can't put that expectations on nobody. Sometimes when you project that out to the world, that's like expecting a fish climb a tree. So when grown folk fucked up, man, I'm telling you, I'm telling myself this. I'm training myself to know they all right.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
all right, man. I promise you they
And
all right.
what you saying kind of coincides with what I was telling my wife, and I've been saying for years. Black folks think we white now. And when I said black folks think we white now, we can look at another group of black people and say they're less than us and they need our help. Or we can look and empathize with the open the borders and let the immigrants in. They should have a free shot at the American dream, as if we've had such a great free shot at the American dream.
Yeah.
Like we're so empathetic. Oh, well, open. Man, I shared this thing today, man. And this white lady, I was joking like this white lady is my wife. And she was just saying civil rights was for the whole idea of civil rights being mentioned was because black folks were slaves, treated fucked up, and they created civil rights for black folks as slaves to be treated equally and fair. She said from that, everybody has taken civil rights and turned it to gayness. We need to be married, feminist rights, open the fucking border. You see what I'm saying? A welfare state. And she was like, we don't owe women the right to abort their children. We don't owe gays the right to get married. We don't owe immigrants anything. But now when you say civil rights, the last motherfucker you think about is black people. And we as black people voluntarily say, let's march for everybody to have civil rights. And we losing everything.
Come on, man.
So I sit back and I say, we think we white. If we don't look at it as us still within a certain level of struggle, or look at it, we like shit. I'm a man with a home. I got a home. I got the American dream. Why shouldn't an immigrant be able to come over here and get the American dream? Whereas the white man still motherfucking want to hold on to his. He ain't welcoming and open-minded and inclusive like we are. So that's what I say when I say we done got white, meaning we can look over at the poorer people and say, we need to give them something. And whereas at certain point, when folks won't try and folks say, man, fuck them folks. Like we act like we can't say, man, fuck them folks, or fuck this situation. Man, fuck them immigrants, man. It's like what's going on when I said communist. We either we're gonna have open borders where anybody can come to America, or a welfare state. We can't have both. When I say a welfare state, meaning our country is getting to the point where we've opened our borders, and when the immigrants come in, we give them incentives, food stamps, we give them money, we give them housing. We can't do that for them. Open the borders and let them come over here, and they got to struggle and do like everybody else. You can't open the borders and give them benefits. So as black people, we vote against our own demise because we've gotten to the point where we have that empathy and sympathy. You have people living in the projects that's poor, getting food stamps, Medicaid, and living off government assistance, saying, let the immigrants, don't you do nothing to no immigrants. Like, really? God damn, you saying it too? He gonna take from the benefits that you get from the government.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. I just was.
No, I feel you.
Man, like,
real life story. 2006, we had an influx of South American and Mexican workers coming into America. Around 2008, they did the mass deportation. They sent all of them away. They came to my job. It wasn't called ICE, but I mean, they was picking all of them up. Boom, boom, boom. But it had got so out of line. I was seeing 15-year-old Guatemalans come here and get hired and sitting in the orientation, and they had to tell him what his name is. He got an ID. He got everything to work. I watched that 15-year-old work like a grown man, and in 6 months buy him a brand new Escalade. And the motherfucker had just got rolled out of carpet getting in here. So I'm talking some real life shit, right? So they came with a purpose. Hey man, we go get the job. We say the money. They had group economics where it would be 8 or 9. 9 of them put $400 in a week. At 1 week, everybody get the pot and everybody keep working. But we worked 7 days a week. They could work doubles. But prior to them coming, this was a black job with black men who had made good money. And this was one of the premier manufacturing jobs in Charlotte. A job where we made production. If Javon and me and him were partners and he came to work and he say, man, I need a $1,500 check this week. And I would look at him and he would look at me, and the only thing I can tell him is, well, don't be bullshitting. Let's get this money. So I watched this type of pride amongst black men. And when they start hiring all them Mexicans, man, they gonna take our job. And they coming in with a notion, man, your people lazy. These little motherfuckers. I had to call a huddle because now I'm a leader amongst men in the break room with my black people. Hey man, goddamn man, stop letting these little itty bitty motherfuckers think they can outwork you, man. They can't take your job. So they call me Gordo because I'm out loud. Man, I'm going to break y'all little motherfuckers. I'm the king of this. But I'm doing this to show black people we don't have to fear somebody because they coming in with a stereotype that they can work harder than us. So if you don't know this shit in real life, these people come here with a pre-notion and an attitude to say, move, get out my way.
Mm-hmm.
And we sitting here thinking that it's kumbaya. They ain't your race. And they know who they are. See, we all we got. We all we need. But we done got fucked up. We think we any goddamn thing. We think we a Democrat. What the fuck is that? Who are you when you go to grandma's house? If somebody die, because that's the only time we come together. If somebody die tomorrow and you got to be there, who are you? I promise you it ain't no goddamn Democrat. I promise you it ain't no Republican. I promise you, if you goddamn, if you get caught up in the costume and the ideology of that, and you think you a goddamn Egyptian, when grandma died and all her fucking children came there, I promise you wasn't none of that.
Hell no, you Mary Plummer's grandbaby.
So that's where we at. And we better understand what the hell that means and what the hell that is, because that still is. We done forgot what it was. But we getting caught up in any goddamn thing, cheering. Hey, look, I talked about Barabbas. We cheering for the motherfucker to come in and take our shit.
Bring in Barabbas.
Give me Barabbas. Give me Barabbas. Jesus over there looking like, man, these motherfuckers don't choose this evil motherfucker.
Evil, choose, yeah, over me.
And when I say Jesus, I'm talking about just a sincere spirit. We so fucked up that we think our value comes in money. Man, I'm giving time right now with my brother on the air for free. And I know this shit worth more than what somebody can charge you for.
And feel good doing it.
But it ain't worth nothing because we ain't charging. Man, I'm more than somebody giving me something for free. Fuck I look like. Like I got to click in for free. I go listen to people that I pay prescriptions for. They worth something.
He said pay prescriptions.
Come on, man. You see how that work, man?
Yeah. I know exactly what
Yeah,
you're
my
talking
bad,
about.
man.
I
My
know
bad.
exactly
You
what
know, I
that
feel
nigga said.
good.
I play prescriptions, but I'm going to listen to somebody. I play prescriptions.
You know what I mean? Dude, I listen to
He
got a
charged me
Bentley.
$9.99 a month.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Boy, you silly as hell, man. You know, man, I sit back and I laugh because I said when it's all said and done, we will see. We will see. We all we got and we all we need, but it's always something that gotta happen to get us together. Like you said, that funeral, some catastrophic. They gonna have to that some have to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for a fact I know people and I got good people. They do book bag drives and haircut drives and shit every year. And we leave feeling good, handing out 1,000 book bags with pencils and papers and protractors and compasses and shit in them. And the kids still making fucking F's. But we feel good that we giving out the bags and shit.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? But we gotta give in our own way, and people give in their own way. And I do know when a kid get a nice shiny book bag with that goddamn fresh trapper keeper, and he start fucking with that paper and shit. Mama said, "Oh, we fucking with that goddamn paper before school start." I know you having a good time back there drawing and shit with that protractor. You get all that new shit sharpening them goddamn pencils up, so it's like a new haircut. So I know how that feel, man. But Travis, 9 a.m., 9 p.m. on the dot, man. Set us up for the get out of here, man, because I'm trying to be professional like a real TV show, and I got shit to handle.
Man, I say this closing as a middle class man. It's hard out here, man. When is it okay to say I need help? Pride is a powerful thing. As men, man, help is weakness. But from one hero to another, from one sister to a brother, the soul speaks, man. So when you know your brother or sister need help, we all we got, we all we need. Think of pride, think of dignity. I've looked into the eyes of a brother, man, without him saying a word. And I say, hey, man, I need somebody to help me. I got a job today. And I know he got time. And I know he know we sincere. And he ride with me. And he ain't got to do much. But he helped me. So I help him. And ain't a word got to be spoken. We all we got. We all we need.
Man, I want to tell a quick story before we get out of here. And kind of fucked me up, but I guess as you said, when do we ask for help? I got a partner, got sick. He drive a truck and he got sick, and he's going through some, and he's got a back injury. And long story short, I've taken him to quite a few chiropractic appointments, you know, trying to step up for my homeboy and whatnot, and trying to bless him with a little something because he got sick and there's workman comp situation ain't going like it's supposed to go. Long story short, I was over his house a couple of weeks ago, and I went over there to take him $500. You know what I'm saying? He was just telling me what was going on, and I said, man, let me bless my brother. And let me tell you what happened. Kind of pissed me off, man. And I've got a question for you. I know we're gonna go over a little bit, but I go over there to take him $500, right? And that's I'm putting that together, you know, then talk to my wife about it. She's like, yeah, him and his wife, I know him, they cool. So I go over there and I give him the $500. And in the process, he like, thank you, man. He telling me all what he need. And excuse me. He like, thank you, man. He telling me all what he need and what he got to pay. That $500 was just a drop in the bucket, really just a gesture from what he needed. So while I was over there, a guy that he had did some work for maybe 10 years ago had heard that he was sick and happened to stop by. And I ain't gonna call his name, but the guy said, hey, such and such, man, you're a stand-up guy. You was always sick. I mean, you was always good to me, always did good work. I heard you're sick. He said, man, I done came into a blessing. The Lord done blessed me. I got something for you. He said, so just tell me what you need. Dude and pulled out a stack of fucking money. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you need. And he was like, he felt ashamed to this guy. He said, well, Ask my wife. And the wife was kind of saying, she said, well, we could lose a little help with our phone bill and our light bill. He said, what's that? He said, well, shit, here goes $700. That ought to do that. And they said, thank you, thank you. And when the guy left, I just looked at him. I said, man, that man asked you what you needed. He had just ran down the list to me how far he was behind and everything. And I gave him a little 500. And he wasn't ashamed to tell me, who know him personally, how much he need. But this guy, he done work for a couple of times. He was ashamed to tell this man how bad he was struggling. And this guy was literally standing there, a gift horse. Like they said, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. He literally was standing there with a stack of money, said, I got you, man. You always did good for me. What you need? This man might have gave him $4,000 or $5,000. If anything, I'm thinking he gonna say, man, I appreciate it. He said, man, I thought he was gonna say, man, I'm in the hole, man. I need whatever you can give me, bro. If you can give me $2,000-3,000, it's gonna say something. He talking about, well, man, I don't know how. What the fuck you mean you don't know how much you need? And looked over his wife. Well, baby, what you think we need? And wife, you know, she like, well, shit, phone bill and light bill. He like, here go $7. And the phone bill and the light bill together won't but like $300. And dude gave him $7 for that. So when he left, I said, man, how the fuck you gonna sit here and call me when you need a ride somewhere or to the doctor and take my 500 and tell me all this shit? And then this man is basically telling you, bro, he got you. And you act like you won't struggling like that.
Yeah.
That shit pissed me off, man. Am I wrong for? I was saying I don't fuck.
Yeah, you wrong as hell. Hey, watch this, Javon. You wrong as hell, man.
I'm saying, tell me what you really think,
you
man.
wrong as hell, man.
Yeah, tell me what you really
nah,
think.
But no, I ain't saying you wrong, but I empathize with that story from all the positions. I've been in a situation where the same way one of my homeboys called me out the blue and say, man, I did my budget. And man, I got some overflow that I want to give you, bro. And I was like, nah, man, I'm good. And he called me back like 2 days later. And I mean, he was real, dog. He was mad at me. He was like, nah, bro, I felt like you spit it in my motherfucking face. He cussed at me because he really wanted me to understand. He said, man, that meant a lot to me to be able to do that and think about you in that light. He said, bro, that hurt me, man, because, man, you don't know what that meant for me to think about who you are to me. And, man, I felt what he said, and I had to apologize, but I took the lesson I had to put my pride in check, because if great givers make great getters, then receiving is a gift.
Yeah.
So we get so caught in giving that we don't know how to receive. So from that story, I was old boy who had pride. But even in my brother knowing that, man, that was sincere. So he taught me a lesson on when something is real and when something is genuine. But I get offered something from people all the time that they say everything ain't free. And sometimes you don't know people in the face of somebody who don't know what look like care, what look like generosity, what look real could be goddamn a payment of guilt.
So let me ask you something. When my man got ready to bless you, did you just say no because you wanted him to feel like you was good, like you ain't want him to think that you had no financial strain? Or
No. And I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest. I was raised by my dad, and my daddy gave me a philosophy. If you do the right thing, you gonna make it. And if you got to stop doing some things to make it, then you better know how to stop doing some things. And I ain't gonna do the right thing and dig my hole out, and you gonna come to me and ain't asking me to do and ask me for mine, and you ain't doing the right thing. Now that can sound harsh, and sometimes it took me a while to understand it, but I'm saying that I know if I'm in a situation, I'm being real enough about my discipline to know It's some things I could change in myself. So just my pride and understanding, thinking that another man gonna come bail me out. Then I got my woman watching me. Baby, I'm gonna make it. We gonna be all right. I got ego. I got all the things. It's
Yeah.
hard to accept. It's hard for a man to accept something from another man. For what? But I tell you this, out of respect, I went and cut his grass at a property. And he paid me $500 to cut his grass.
Yeah.
But he understood that I had it was dignity, it was pride, it was honor, it was still a gift, but he understood me.
Yes, it's like somebody going to a food shelter to ask for food, then to ask their brother or sister or their brother and sister to know that they struggling to feed their family.
Yeah, so
I'd rather a stranger to know that I'm struggling than somebody that love me.
Yeah, and I think your homeboy needing help is showing vulnerability.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody above the bullshit, man. But yeah, we got an illusion. That's what the huddle, that's what the locker room is about. Everybody don't get to come in practice, because in practice you see your imperfections.
Yeah, because I was just sitting there telling him, as he was saying, I was saying, man, I wish I had more to give you, man. That's all I got. I say, you need a ride, I do what I can do for you. And I was just saying, man, he wanted the God-fearing men. He say he believe in God. I said, I'm just saying some old bullshit to him. God gonna make a way, man. I'm saying what I know what I know will resonate to him. And as I'm sitting here saying God gonna make a way, this motherfucker pull up in a motherfucking S500 Benz. Bing, bing. Hey, man, goddamn, I heard you was down here sick, man. I always wanted to show you that I always appreciate you. That got a damn blessing right there. Motherfucking to pull out a stack. I'm getting happy. I'm like, tell him the shit you told me just now. He's like, all right, man, I'm struggling, but I'm gonna make it. Yeah, just ask my wife what we need. I'm like, tell him that shit you just told me, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here sad. I'm about to creep about this motherfucker. I wish I had more to give you, but goddamn, boy, you struggling like a motherfucker. I'm like, tell him that shit you just told me, nigga. Oh, we doing all right. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man.
Ask my wife.
Nah, man, and in real life shit, man. That's why I say, man, access is real. You got to be careful who you allow to have access to you, because it's some people on the sideline waiting for you to struggle, waiting for you to be vulnerable. Just like on some pimp game type shit. It's a man can look at a woman and see it in her eyes when she hurting and she need a drop of water on her soul, and all he got to do is go over there and flick a little sweat on her and say, oh God, that felt good. He got her. So it's people on the sideline waiting on you to
on
yeah, hey man, look, she's so dry, man, that sweat feel like a puddle of water. But it's people who waiting to see you vulnerable to come in. Like I say, man, this a dog eat dog world out here, man. Ain't too many people real out here. Yeah, man, you got to be careful who you accept anything from. Like I said last week, be careful when a naked man offer you a shirt. You know what I mean? He might not always been about his money and ain't never been shit but money. So if that's the least you can come offer me, man, fuck your money, man. I don't want no money from you, dog. I appreciate you coming to check on me. So you just got to know that, man, you realer to him than that was. Don't look at him wrong. I think you need to look at that as a value, to know that he loved and sincere enough with you to openly be weak with you. Everybody don't get that from him.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, man, because that shit pissed me the fuck off, man. But it's all good. Everybody think different, man. And I listen, and so I ain't gonna hold it against him since you said what you said.
I made you forgive him.
Yeah. Man, what the fuck you mean? Like you ain't broke, motherfucker. Tell this motherfucker you man trying to bless you, nigga.
Yeah, man, he all right, man. Yeah, man. Tell him you sorry, man.
Yeah.
Hey, look. That's another thing I want to say, man. Sometimes, man, we got egos, we got pride. I love arguing. Sometimes when I argue, this is what I got to say. When I tell somebody the truth and the truth don't work, put on your goddamn seatbelt because I'm finna get all ignorant and out of bounds as I could possibly get.
To try to get you to get the point.
Nah, it ain't even about getting the point no more. Fuck it. You don't want the point, so I'm just finna do the windmill. Fuck it.
I'm finna make you feel bad.
When you know that, man, be able to be real enough if you fuck around and land a blow. I'm sorry.
You already know what time it is. Well, look, y'all stay tuned in, tapped in, turned on for me and Miss Carla tomorrow night, Wednesday, Ranting and Raving Wednesdays. I appreciate y'all. Y'all tuning to Trab Thursday at 9:30 for Hero Training. Let's get up out of here. Peace.
Yeah.